Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. The 7 secret laws of the universe. Can I get a hello there? Are they secrets? No. It's just that they didn't teach us this in school. So, yes, they are. Are they laws? No. They're more like principles. The universe isn't that strict. I woke up full of energy this morning. I'm walking down the road. I bump into this guy, synchronicity, and he says he's seen a video of mine where I talk about the Hermetic principles. But he wanted me to go into how we could use this information in a very practical way. The 7 secret laws, in essence, are the 7 Hermetic principles. In ancient Egypt, you had Tahuti or Thoth, the god of wisdom, the emerald tablets, amazing information there, if you've ever read it. In Greece, you had Hermes Trismegistus, which is their version. The Roman god Mercury, another version. Now, this knowledge of the 7 secrets of the universe has helped me in all kinds of ways, for manifesting, for just being more confident, for talking to you right here, right now. The first secret is everything is mental. The principle of mentalism. What do I mean by this, and how can we use this? Whenever you have a thought come into your mind, it is very powerful. Why? Because it can create heaven or hell, depression or joy, anger or pain. We are energy generators. Everything is mental. We are comprised of energy. Not just me, but you too. And everything that you see. Look at the world, the buildings, the museums, the cafes. You've been to a lot of cafes. Before we could get these 3D structures, they had to come out of someone's mind. So when you realize that you can become an architect of your reality by changing your thoughts, do we create our own reality? No, not solely. The great biologist Dr. Bruce Lipton, check out his book, The Biology of Belief. He talks of epigenetics, how our environment can influence our DNA. The way we think is governed by what we feed our mind. Let me repeat that. The way we think is governed by what we feed our mind. What are you putting in there? That's what I have to ask myself. But ever since I've been reading empowering information that's going to make me think, that's exciting and fun, I've been feeding my mind a good diet, because we're not only eating through our mouth, we are what we feed all our senses. The second principle, secret law, is of correspondence. So you probably heard me talk about so above as below. Okay, that's great, but what the hell does that mean? But let's go deeper, because as within, so without. In a nutshell, whatever you are feeling on the inside, if you are feeling very miserable inside, that is what you will experience in your outer reality, because there is no separation with this great secret. You begin to discover that you are the world. The world can't change before you do. Whatever energy you bring into the world has to come from you first. So when you realize that if you start cultivating inner balance, you are now leaving an imprint on whatever you come into contact with. Some people say, it's a terrible world, man. I say, okay, you want to blame society, but you are society. You can change that by changing your internal state. People say, I want to end world suffering. But have you ended the suffering within yourself? It all starts within. Create inner peace and experience outer joy. The third secret law, principle, is of vibration. That everything is in constant movement. Nothing is static in this universe. The great physicist David Bohm talks about how on a quantum level we are all connected. If you take an electron microscope, you realize that your camera is now moving. The rock is now moving. What we thought was standing still is comprised of energy. So how we use this in a practical situation is to say, what is vibration in our lives? Words are vibrations. Word is bond. What kind of sound frequencies are we listening to? That's what I had to ask myself. That's a good question. When I started to listen to music that could align me in more equilibrium, great things started to happen. Are the frequencies you are listening to empowering you or sucking out your soul? Because when you realize that when you change your vibrational state, everything aligns to that same frequency. We can use this by realizing what kind of energy we want to attract into our lives. Vibration. What kinds of people do we want to meet? Works every time. Fourth secret law, principle, polarity. There are poles, hot, cold, night, day. It's all around us. Okay, that's great, but how do we use this? I come across some amazing people every single day. Also, some people that I don't resonate with on a heart level. Some people that are going to test you. They're going to make you want to pull out your hair. Pull it out. Don't blame me though. But I've come to realize that these people actually aid in my evolution. The whole world is full of veins and arteries. This is balance. You're going to have good people and bad people. No, let me say that again. There are no good people or bad people. There is only resonance. Yes, some people we don't want to be around them. But some people might find them interesting. So with this, we have to know what is our purpose in life. What is our role in life? What did we come here to do? I know what I'm here to do. Do you know what you're here to do? And when you can allow people the freedom of experiencing their own reality, that is where true magic happens. All the time. Let's go on to another secret law, which is of rhythm. Now, rhythm, okay, you're dancing to a beat. Why was this such a powerful principle back in ancient Egypt and the ancient world? Because rhythm shows us everything happens in cycles, seasons. This helps me to be patient. When the mail doesn't come on time, I just chill out. When I don't get what I want, it allows me to realize this may not be the right time. If you have a little relationship problem, it's not the end of the world. Why? Because this too shall pass. Let me repeat that. This too shall pass. Everything is in perpetual motion, and the only constant is change. Once you know this, you begin to empower yourself. You begin to change. You begin to feel better within yourself. And get dancing too. Gender is another secret law. There is masculine and feminine in everything. Okay, that sounds all well and good, but how can I use this in my life? That's what I was asking. What I realized was I'm masculine, right? But that's only one side of me. There is also a feminine side I have to connect with. Once you connect with your opposite pole, then it's over. You create the fusion. Now that is the perfect synthesis. You become complete. Why do so many women go crazy over these R&B singers? Oh my gosh! Because they have connected to their feminine principle. When you step into the realm of art, you are now in the right hemisphere of the brain, because we're living in a mind-based world and culture all around us. The heart is more feminine, it's giving. So you have to fuse the two together. Both are needed. You need the logic and the intuition. You need the builders and the interior designers. You need the house, the exterior, and the home, the interior. That, in essence, is the masculine and the feminine. What I've realized is that I don't have to be this macho man all the time. You can be soft. A true warrior is very soft. But at the same time, they can destroy you in a flash. If you are embodying the feminine principle right now, ask yourself, Have you tapped into the warrior princess, the warrior queen? The warrior queen is a woman who has connected with her masculine principle. Now you fuse the two together, game over. You become more confident within yourself, bolder, knowing what you want. At the same time, you're deeply feminine. So we can use this to work for us all the time. And lastly, it is the secret law principle of causation. For every action, there is a reaction. Karma. We've heard that. Okay, that's all well and good, but how do we use this in a very practical way? I realized that life was like dominoes. Whatever we do now echoes on into eternity. You see, the seeds I planted back in 2012, oh yeah, they're just harvesting right now. What you plant now, you may not reap until the next 5 years. That's why you got to plant them, because it's going to take time to grow. But that is cause and effect. You begin to see the interconnectedness within everything. That the way you see yourself is going to have a direct link with your behavior. The way you talk to yourself is going to have a direct link to the way you feel. Cause and effect. The world didn't just get like this, guys. It was created like this through radical action. So every day I realize that it's about taking one step at a time. We didn't come here to be perfect. We came here to be real. So whatever we are doing now is going to have a consequence. Are you waiting on the sidelines? Or are you saying to yourself, yes, I did what was in my heart. I didn't wait for the perfect moment, but I did whatever I wanted to do. And I'm happy for those people over there. I let them do them. I'm going to do me. And that's how I use this most empowering information to change my life every single day. It's a beautiful day. Enjoy yourself today. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace.